A lighter! Yo! And it's the naked girl lighter.
Naked girl
It's
lighter.
so sick!
And that was like the blossoming of our friendship.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
No worries.
I get to keep this?
Yeah, you get to keep that. Last time I saw you was at 2000 Trees.
2000 Trees.
How does it feel to be back at Slam Dunk?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, the Slam Dunk is one of those fests that ever since we started touring and coming to the UK, all of our peers were like, you guys got to play Slam Dunk. You got to do it. You know, it's the fest over here, I think, for this realm of music. And we've had the privilege of playing it once before. But I think the first time that we played it, I was really sick. I barely had a voice. I don't remember much of it because I was just like, I don't know, I was just on some it was some fuck shit the last time we were here. So it'll be really nice to have an actual good experience at Slam Dunk because it is such an awesome festival and we're so fucking stoked to be here, playing the main stage. It's crazy.
Honestly, Slam Dunk, I've always said, like, I love, like, my big, like, weekend festivals where, like, I love the whole vibe of that, but Slam Dunk is honestly my favorite day of the year. It's just like mates fest. Like,
yeah.
Everyone's like always here.
Yeah, we have so many friends here today. It's been funny, like I've been doing interviews and I've been seeing my friends like in other interviews like across the little grass area from me, and we're both kind of like talking and like making eye contact and like
like,
smiling
oh,
and like it's so funny. But yeah, no, so many friends here, so many good bands playing. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Honestly, like my day of like bands and then interviews is stacked. I'm gonna be running between places.
I'm sure.
Last time we saw each other, I had something that you really liked, and I've decided I want to gift it to you. I don't know if you're gonna remember.
A lighter. Yo, and it's the naked girl lighter.
It's the naked girl lighter.
It's so
that
sick.
I let you use, and that was like the blossoming of our friendship.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
No worries.
I get to keep this?
Yeah, you get to keep that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome lighter.
It's a fucking awesome lighter.
Yeah. It works too.
It does what it does. I tested that. I was like, how embarrassing would it be? Right, so last time we spoke again at Trees, Afraid to Die just come out. You had Where I Lay come out in February.
Yes.
How have things been since then?
Really good. Afraid to Die and Where I Lay, I think were both, and no pun intended, slam dunks for our band. I think the reaction to both of those new songs has really been better than most of the other singles that we've ever put out.
Awesome.
And I think maybe that just has to do with the fact that the momentum that we kind of gained from Ruckus.
Oh, we've done it again.
The momentum that we gained from Ruckus, I think maybe helped kind of get more eyes on the band, maybe fucking pushing that algorithm a little bit. I don't know what it is, but the reaction that we got from those two singles was awesome. And they've both been popping off live. People seem to really like them. It's been really cool.
Are they some of your favorite songs to play live at the moment?
Absolutely, yeah. We open with Afraid to Die. Where I Lay is like halfway through the set. Both of them typically go pretty hard.
Awesome.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
I think they're absolutely killer singles, but my favorite still is I Hope You Choke. I really hope that's
Oh, yeah, it is actually.
Because it is just like it's just such a moment for everyone.
It is.
Like everyone's going through shit.
Yeah.
Everyone can relate to it in some way.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of leads me on. There's been this trend going around on social media recently where people go, like, I should have gone to therapy, but instead.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you how many times a day I went to a movement show and sung Daylily with thousands of strangers.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
honestly, it's like my favorite thing, and that's like going to be a moment for me today. Like, and for so many other people going through shit,
Yeah.
this is going to feel really good. But I Hope You Choke, I kind of think is on that same trajectory of like, it's just great.
Yeah,
just
it's a
great.
fun one. It's such a fun moment during the set too. I think it usually gets like the biggest reaction.
Oh, awesome.
Minus Daylily obviously being like the anthemic kind of, closer at most sets. I Hope You Choke is definitely one of those songs where people just like, they just lose their minds to it, and it's so fun to just bounce around to and yell with, and yeah, it's sick.
Honestly, it's going to be awesome. Something else I wanted to speak about, which is kind of like going off topic of like live music and stuff. Back in January, there were the fires in LA.
Yeah.
And I watched you do so much work, like fundraising, like work, like kind of just helping out and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was really awesome to see, like the musician kind of taking part in that. Do you feel in LA what happened in January has had an effect on the kind of music scene, or?
I mean, yeah, it's hard for what happened, for having such devastating fires. It's affected everything. It's not just affected music. It's affected. I work with a lot of like tattooers and stuff, and one of the guys who works at my shop, he lost his home, and people just in my everyday life, people who I go to the grocery store and the cashiers or whoever, who I've made friends with, they've lost stuff. Somebody who was at the coffee shop that I go to every single day, he lost everything, So every single person in LA knows at least one person who has experienced like unimaginable loss from how devastating those fires were. And me being a person who didn't. I didn't experience any loss. I was in a safe area the whole time. I was never in any danger. And it was really like sobering knowing that just a few miles from where I live, there were people dealing with potentially the most tragic thing that has ever happened in their lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here I am, untouched and completely unchanged by any of it, right? And it made me feel so fucking guilty and so horrible that I was like
that survivor's guilt almost.
It was absolutely survivor's guilt. And I was like, I have to do everything I can possibly do right now to give back to my community and push for people to also do the same. And so from the second that it happened, I was like, all right, I'm volunteering every single day. And I did. It was really cool. Brain Dead Studios on Fairfax, they had like a big donation center set up. And I'm very thankful to my friend Kat Nijmadeen. She was like really spearheading all of that, had me involved. And it was such an amazing thing to see our community come together. Truly in a way that I had never seen before. Everybody who could possibly help was helping. Even there was a guy who showed up at the donation center one day and basically was like, I have nothing. I lost my house. My little sister needs clothes. Like, we had to get out before we could get anything, and she has nothing. She's like 8 years old. Like, do you guys have anything? And we were like, yep, absolutely. Like, hooked him all up with everything he needed, whatever. And then instead of leaving, he was like, cool, what do you guys need help with? I'm going to stick around and I'm going to help too. And we're like, dude, you don't have to do that. Like, you of all people should be like taking time right now.
Yeah,
he was like, no.
Take a sec to kind of.
Yeah, he was like, nope, I want to volunteer, I want to help. And that to me was like unbelievable. Like, it brought tears to my eyes because I was like, dude, you of all people do not need to be doing this.
Yeah.
And the fact that every fucking person in the city was coming together to help, it was crazy. So I'm rambling, I'm sorry.
No,
but
don't
but
be
it was
sorry. I mean, it was a big thing that happened, and like you said, it affected so many people, and it was fucking scary to watch. I mean, like, the difference, you'd see photos of what something like one part of LA looked like one day, and then 2 days later there was nothing.
It
was terrifying.
Horrible.
Especially in a place that's so like in the eye of everything in the media, Like, it low-key felt like a bit of a simulation at one time.
No, really, it did. It was such an apocalyptic moment.
Yeah.
It was very, very weird. The whole vibe was just fucked up for weeks, and thankfully, we're slowly but surely like seeing recovery efforts happening and cleanup and all that stuff. It's obviously, the devastation is not going to be fixed for quite some time, and I don't know that people will ever fully recover, but we're doing our best, and it's slowly but surely it's getting there. I guess one more thing that I'll add to that too is it was really cool to see the music community come together.
Yeah.
There were a lot of benefit concerts that happened, a couple that I attended. We wanted to do one and we weren't able to end up putting one together, but I attended a few benefit concerts that donated everything and got to see some of my favorite bands play. Local Natives was one of them that played, and they're just incredible. Being able to see all that and just be a part of something so much bigger than ourselves and doing something that we all do on a regular basis as our jobs, our everyday careers, playing these shows, but taking the time to actually organize something, put it on, and not see a single penny from it, give it everything that we made or donate or whatever to the people who really needed it. And that was like a testament to how awesome our community is and how awesome our music scene is. And yeah, it was really cool. Horrible, but really cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, LA is it's like a center point for music, or like one of the center points of the world for it. So yeah, it's awesome to see that people like came together to really kind of like give back in that sense.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, I find it like honestly like really inspiring seeing how much you were doing. So
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Right. So got a couple quick questions for you now.
Let's do it.
What was the first piece of band merch you ever bought, and do you still have it?
It was a Cute is What We Aim For t-shirt that I bought at Hot Topic, and it was a girl's t-shirt. So it fit me like a baby tee.
Slay.
But at the time, I mean, I was like 13 years old, emo, like scene kid as fuck, had like the fucking swoopy hair in my eyes. I was wearing my sister's jeans every day. I loved this shirt. It was Cute is What We Aim For, it had a butterfly on it, and I was like, that is my shirt. I don't still own it. I don't know whatever happened to it. It probably was lost at some point in a move or something. But yeah, that was the first piece of band merch I ever owned.
Right, and one final question. What is your favorite venue to play?
Ever? Or like in a specific place?
Well, let's go with pardon? Do you know what? Let's go LA and let's go UK.
Okay, yeah. In LA, the Palladium. We headlined the Palladium a couple years ago when we first put out Ruckus, and it was like the coolest show ever. At the time, it was our biggest headliner, and selling out the Palladium was like a really huge accomplishment for us. So that was really fucking cool. And then in the UK, I don't really like. What's the venue in Camden in London?
You played there a couple
Is it the Underground? Is that what it's called?
Oh, the Underworld.
Underworld's fun.
That motherfucking venue is so sweaty. You go to a gig there and you get drips on your
Oh,
head.
it's disgusting. But it's like one of those venues where it's like it's so gross and so divey that it actually like kind of makes it great. You know what I mean?
We don't have many divey spots in like London particularly, but that one is certainly.
Yeah, I really, really liked it. It was fun.